fix some damage in case they get beat up a little bit out there. So it should be a pretty much straightforward race right to the end. 60 laps is going to go kind of quick once these cars get rolling. So if you're just joining up with us, we're live at Eldora Speedway with the TWA Racing World of Outlaws Series, running a dual event race tonight. We're first starting out with the sprint cars. They're going to run a 60-lap feature race. And then we're going to take a short pause in entertainment, and they're going to get the track cleaned up and switched out, and then we'll go wild and crazy with 100 laps with the crate late models. So should be pretty interesting. And it looks like they're go ahead and resetting right now, so let's go ahead and take this to a commercial real quick. So should be pretty interesting. And it looks like they're...
Start with an all-new award-winning car. Good. Now find the most hardcore driver in America. That guy. Put him in it.
What's this?
Tell him he's about to find out.
You're about to find out.
Testing. Highlight the European chassis. 6-speed manual. Dual exhaust. Wide stance. Clean lines. Have him floor it. Spin it. Punch it. Drift it. Put it through its paces. Is he happy?
Oh yeah, he's happy.
And that's how you test your car for fun. Easy.
We're back live with you with the TWA Racing Outlaws Series. If you're interested in joining up with this league or finding out some more information, you can find them at twa.mdfreetech.us. Good bunch of guys over there, and if you want to get involved in something like this, that's where you need to go. So it sounds like they're getting warmed up again out there, so let's go check out and see what's going on. So here we are catching up with the number 5 of Jim Jackson. Watch him get around this track for a minute. I know Jim's a little bit busy, but let's see if we can't get Mr. Jackson on the radio for a second here. Jim Jackson, Rich up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
We're sitting here watching you, and all these race fans are watching you get around this track pretty smooth. How's your car feeling tonight?
It feels excellent, sir. It feels excellent. Everybody did a good job this weekend.
10-4, I hear that. You think you're going to be running up towards the front tonight, or are you going to kind of sit back and wait till it gets closer to the end to make your advance?
I'm going to get it when I can, sir. I'm going to advance as quick as I can and see if I can get up front and stay there.
10-4, that clean air means everything on this kind of stuff, don't it?
Yes, sir, it does. Yes, sir. You can get behind somebody and follow them for laps, and it's just tough to pass.
10-4, I hear that. All right, well, we wish you luck, buddy. I'm going to let you get back to it. I didn't want to interrupt you too much out there. Looks like you got a car on your tail.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, buddy. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Jackson's feeling pretty good about his car. It sounds like his pit crew's got it all together. Crew chief's got it all dialed in, so he's going to be one to watch. They like to call him and tease him Mr. Dirt, so we'll see how he gets around this track and see if he's going to be a competitor for these guys. Catching up with the 00 of Matt Hatfield. Matt's currently out there running around on the track. It looks like Matt's running on the 4th fastest lap right now. See if we can't check in with Matt on the radio before they get too busy here. Matt Hatfield, Rich up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
10-4, 10-4. We're watching these guys run around this track on practice, and it looks like everybody's doing pretty good. How you feeling about your car tonight?
I feel the feel the car's pretty good. We brought a pretty good piece this track. Historically, we've been stout here. It's a little free starting out, but I think rubber gets laid down. It's going to tighten up.
10-4, I hear that. I know in the garage area we were all joking with Jim Jackson earlier, calling him Mr. Dirt. You think he's going to be the one to watch, or you think you got something for him tonight?
Well, I look down this list of the drivers and the teams that's getting posted. I tell you, anybody in the top 10 looks like they could take this thing. It's all going to be where guys start and, how they manage traffic and manage some tires, and we'll get we hope we put on a good show for these people.
All right, buddy. I know you're a busy guy. I'm going to let you get back to it, all right? But you have a good little race, and good luck. Keep that nose clean. Hope to see you up front towards the end.
Yeah, I hope we can bring this Kentucky short soil mining machine rolled into victory lane to be nice. We haven't won on the dirt in a while and gave a few away, so maybe we'll have some luck tonight and get something done.
There you go, buddy. More power to you. Good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. Matt Hatfield feeling pretty good, thinking anybody in the top 10 might have a crack at this. They're really only 0.3 spread them all apart. Everything from the first place car or the fastest lap car right now, 16.5 of Jim Jackson, all the way down to the number 22 of Randy. He's currently running a 16.8. So everybody's, pretty much going to have comparable times around this track. We'll just have to see what happens when they get all bunched up and actually start going green flag racing. That usually gets the tension flying a little bit more.
Drivers,
So it
to your
looks
car.
like we're getting lined up here. So once again, just to let everybody know, we are running the TWA Racing Series World of Outlaws Series. We're going to see the Super Sprint cars first in a heat race, and then we're going to go to the big boys, the crate late models, put on the big main show tonight. Running at Eldora Speedway. Brought to you by TeamSpeak 3, the communication choice for all of our drivers while they're running so they can communicate with their spotters and their other teammates. Of course, Eldora Speedway, one of the infamous dirt tracks on the circuit. NASCAR hometown tracks. This is where it all starts. This is where it all happens. All the drivers eventually start out on a hometown track somewhere, whether it's dirt or short pavement tracks. And then, of course, NRT game servers. It's where most of our leagues run their servers for their online racing. And then, of course, racing has to have Sunoco race fuel because that's what everybody uses. So if you're just joining up, welcome for joining our show, and hopefully they put on a good show for you tonight. Throughout the race, during cautions or what have you, we're going to try to get some of these drivers on the radio to see how they feel and see what they think, and hopefully we don't come across too much tension. Sometimes when these guys are racing tire to tire and bumper to bumper, if you might say, a little bit of tension goes flying, so something to keep an eye out for on the track. We're going to try to keep up with it as much as we can. Eldora is notorious for 2 and 3 wide, possibly even 4 wide racing at some times. So we're definitely in for a treat tonight. So glad you all could make it. And let's see, we should be getting this show on the road before too long. All of our races are brought to you by DRTV, the leader in sim racing TV. We make an attempt to broadcast these races, to the best of our ability and make sure that they're out there so these drivers have a chance to go back and look and see what they did. And of course, look and see how I picked on them, because that's bound to happen later on throughout the night. And look and see what they did. And of course, look and see how I picked on them, because that's bound to happen later on throughout the night. So while we're sitting here, let's go ahead and keep an eye on the track, see what they're going to do. Once they get these cars lined up, we'll go back to them. And we'll check out their driver standings right now in this series. Sitting on the pole is going to be the number 00 of Matt Hatfield's, currently sitting at 76 points. It looks like Dean Woodward, sitting in second place, is pretty much tied with him. So it's going to be a toss-up. Those two might be good ones to watch tonight. Looks like Dean Woodward, sitting in second place. Currently sitting in third place is the number 5 of Jim Jackson, with 72 points total. Fourth place car tonight's Raz Davis Jr. He's going to be in the number 88. He's sitting at 67 points. Fifth place in points, we're looking at Kelly Horner. He's going to be in the number 21. Sixth place, Keith McGill. Keith's going to be riding in the number 11 car tonight. Seventh place is going to be Joey DeMann. Joey DeMann is in the number 3, or also the 003. We'll just call him 3 to make life easy. Sitting in the 8th place tonight is going to be Tommy Patton. Tommy's running in the 68 Cheetos car. Sitting in 9th place, Daniel Gillis. Daniel's not with us tonight. I don't know what happened to him in the garage area, but evidently he's not making this run tonight, and that's going to really hurt him in the points. So maybe next week he's going to have to do some making up. We'll just have to talk to him next week, baby. Then, of course, bringing up the 10th place is going to be Chris Peugeot. Chris is going to be running the 71 tonight, and he's a pretty outstanding dirt driver also. So got a good, strong field here. These top 10 guys, you've got all 10 of them in this race of 13 drivers, only missing one of the top 10. So this is going to be a good points battle, and hopefully we get a good show out of this. So let's go ahead and take this to a commercial break real quick, and then we'll get right back into this thing.
Start with an all-new award-winning car. Good. Now, find the most hardcore driver in America. That guy. Put him in it.
What's this?
Tell him he's about to find out.
You're about to find out.
Testing. I like the European chassis. 6-speed manual, dual exhaust, wide stance, clean lines. Have him floor it, spin it, punch it, drift it, put it through its paces. Is he happy?
Oh yeah, he's happy.
And that's how you test your car for fun. Easy. Is he happy?
Oh yeah, he's happy.
And that's how you test your car for fun. Easy.
And we're back live at the track. It looks like they're getting the pill draw together, so I should have us a lineup here shortly. And sit tight, and we'll see when the cars start getting out of the track, and we'll get this thing underway. All right, it looks like the pill draw's coming in, so we should be seeing these cars lining up here shortly, and then get this race underway. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and check out that website again and see how you can get involved in this. So we're working with TWA Racing tonight in their World of Outlaws series. You can find this league at http://twa.mdfreetech.us. That's mdfreetech.us. Good place to go to check them out. Get registered over there, get signed up, ask a lot of questions, and see if you can't get involved. They run several different series, including trucks. As you can see tonight, we're running the sprints and the crate late models. And, of course, they also come over and join a couple other leagues and race cup cars, nationwide cars, and all that good stuff. So it's pretty much all available. If you want to race something, we probably got something that you can race. So it looks like we still got another couple minutes with happy hour. So let's see if I can't drag a couple of these drivers up here and see what's going on with them. So let's see if I can't drag a couple of these drivers up here and see what's going on with them. Kelly Horner, Rich Patton up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it kind of seems like we're just kind of waiting around so they can get the track cleared up and get everything ready for racing. You guys about ready to go? Are you feeling comfortable about your car, or what's going on down there?
I'm struggling again. We'll see what happens. I don't know what it is. These big races, that my car doesn't like them.
Oh man, it's gonna be a tough night for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. I mean, I'm a mile an hour slower than everybody else, so I don't know. This could be interesting.
I hear that. Well, maybe you and your crew chief get down in the pits and bump some heads and see if you can't get another mile out of that car, right?
Yeah, that or just block normal.
I hear that, buddy. I hear that. All right. Well, we hope you keep it clean, and we hope to see you up front towards the end of this thing.
I guess Matt's just getting ready to do the lineup, so we should be going here pretty soon.
Yeah, 10-4. The lineup's been turned in up here in the booth, so we're about ready to go. Just waiting on you guys to get lined up. So we'll probably check in with you a little later, buddy. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Sounds good. See you afterwards.
All right, Kelly. See you. We'll probably check in with you a little later, buddy. Good luck to you. So there you have it. Kelly Horner's going to be running the 21 tonight. Not too comfortable with his car. He seems like he's a little bit slower. And, like I mentioned to Kelly, maybe him and his crew chief need to get in there and bump some heads and see if they can't find another mile or two out of that car and get Kelly around this track a little faster so he's a little more competitive. See if they can't find another mile or two out of that car and get Kelly around this track a little faster so he's a little more competitive. So it looks like we're about to switch over here and should be lining these cars up within the next few seconds to get them out there. And then, like I said earlier, they'll take a lap or two around this track, get organized, get in the order. And once they get on the track, we'll go through the order and let you know where these cars are going to be starting. Organized, get in the order. And once they get on the track, we'll go through the order and let you know where these cars are going to be starting. And here's the crowd, so it looks like the cars are rolling out on the track. Everybody's getting lined up here. Let's go see if we can get some close-ups of what's going on with these guys. Starting on the pole tonight, so this nice silver number 3 car is going to be Joey Demand. He'll be starting on the inside row number 1. Outside row number 1 is going to be the number 22. 22 is going to be Randy, so we'll see if he can hold that outside line and stay door handle, or tire to tire, or however you want to look with these sprint cars with Joey Demand and see if he can keep it in there.
Drivers, start.
Starting out in the second row on the inside lane is going to be the number 88 of Raz Davis Jr. Raz is a pretty strong dirt rider here, so we'll see how long he sits behind Joey before he starts moving up. Second row outside lane. Going to be the number 71 of Chris Peugeot. Starting in the number 5 spot, it's going to be the number 9 car. Number 9 is going to be driven by Carson Krenz. Looks like maybe he's got a stalled problem there. He gets the car rolling again, maybe. Starting in 6th place, outside line,
Drivers,
row number 3.
To your cars.
Going to be the number 11. Number 11 is driven by Keith McGill. He's a pretty strong dirt racer also. He might be one to watch tonight. Starting out in row number 4. I'm not seeing him out on the track. That's going to be the number 15. 15 is going to be driven by Chase Barfield. Not sure what's going on. He might be back in the garage still, but he needs to get out here in this car and make sure he makes this lineup. Starting in the 4th row outside lane is going to be number 68 of Tommy Patton. Connie's going to be running the Cheetos car. Starting in the 5th row, inside lane, is going to be the number 43
Your engines.
of Dean Woodward in the STP Special. Outside row number 5 is going to be your fast guy in practice. The number 5 of Jim Jackson. Starting on the 6th row, 11th spot, it's going to be the 00, Matt Hatfield. Starting on the outside row, 12th position is going to be the number 21 of Kelly Warner. Like bringing up the rear of the field is going to be the 101. 101's driven tonight by Martin Karts. And that's going to make up our field tonight, so we should be going green here next lap or two around and see how this thing goes and get it underway. Let's go see if we can follow our pole sitter and see how kind of a launch he gets and see if he gets away from this crowd. And they're lined up. Here they come around the backstretch into turn number 3, side by side. I think they're getting ready to roll. Looks like everybody's lined up pretty good. Out of turn 2 down the backstretch. And it looks like we're going to be taking the green flag this time around. These cars are going to wind these things up. It's going to get loud. The ground's going to start shaking, and Joey gets a big jump off the field as he takes the green flag diving into turn 1. I don't think Randy in the 22 is going to let him get too far away. Looks like Randy's gaining some ground back on. He made that jump back up. Randy's going to peek around the outside. Looks like he's going to... Oh, Randy gets a little loose. Oh, he almost hits that wall. He gains under control, and we're still green flag racing. Way to recover, Randy. That's going to set him back a little bit and give Joey a little bit of that lead back. Still early in the race, but once again, we're only running 60 laps on this race, and we've already covered 6 of them, so it's going to go quick. Let's cycle back through the field, see how all these other cars are doing. Like Tommy, the 68's dropping back some places. He's almost at the rear of the field now. As I told you guys earlier, we're going to see some double 2-wide racing. Oh, looks like the 9 almost got in touch with the 00, it looked like. Oh, and the 43 is down on the apron. Oh, they're touching in the backfield. 3 wide going to the corner. It looks like we just had one put up in the wall. Looks like they've recovered. Everybody's back on the track. It looks like we're still green flag racing. The number 71 of Chris Peugeot is chasing down the number 3 of Joey Demand. It looks like they got a huge jump on the rest of the field. They're getting pretty spread out up front. If we could pull up our leaderboard, sitting at the first place right now is the number 3 of Joey Demand, followed by the 71 of Chris Peugeot, followed by the 22 of Randy, the 88 of Raz Davis Jr., the number 11 of Keith McGill, and that's your top 5. I thought Chris was going to take it there for a second. And it sounds like we're under caution. Caution car is out on the field, or out on the track, and everybody's going to catch up with the pace car. We shouldn't see any cars go down pit lane unless they were involved in an accident and have some damage to repair, or maybe try to make a small adjustment because they're not keeping up with speed or something. But other than that, they're probably going to stay out. Oh, it looks like a little aggression there on the 21 between the 88. Could just been an accident. Looks like they're bumping a little bit. Doesn't appear to have anybody smoking or damaged or anything. I didn't see really what caused the caution, so maybe during our next commercial break or something, we'll go check and see what happened there. Number 11 went in the pits. Let's go ahead and check in with the number 11. Maybe he knows what happened out there. Jim Jackson. I got Jim Jackson up here in the booth. Mr. Jackson, how are you doing today?
Outstanding, my friend. Outstanding. How are you, Rich?
I'm pretty good, sir. What brings you up here in the booth? I don't see you out on the track, buddy.
No, sir. I had an internet, little bit of connection problem here, and I decided to come up here and give you a hand if you don't mind.
You're more than welcome to come up here and sit with us. That might have been what caused the caution, ladies and gentlemen. If Jim lost his connection, his car probably got a little squirrely and caused everybody to kind of refocus where they were going. So that's probably what jumbled up our crowd. And once we get these cars back lined up and underway again, then we'll get back to green flag racing. So Jim, while you had that short run out there, how was your car feeling?
It was good. I just had to bide my time because it's all these guys are outstanding drivers, and you just got to pick and choose your spot, sir.
10-4, I hear that. Well, it looks like we are back green flag racing. Let's go back up front, and we're going to take a look at these leaders. These two up front between the number 3 and the 71 has really been pulling ahead of the pack, Jim. Do you think anybody's got anything for these two?
It's going to be tough. Both of those guys are experienced drivers, and if they hold their line, and it's going to be really, really tough, sir.
I tell you, Chris Peugeot is peeking on the inside every chance he gets on Joey, but I just don't know if he's got enough to get around him yet unless Joey fumbles somewhere. Oh.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. If he makes a mistake, then Chris has got him. But, you know, they're, like I say, they're experienced drivers, and they're doing it. Uh-oh, there goes somebody.
Yeah, we just saw somebody go across the apron and catch some smoke. It looks like he might have recovered, though. Nope, that's going to bring the caution out.
Yeah, it looked like the 22 got involved, and the 21 and somebody else, yeah.
10-4. Now, we talked to Kelly in the 21 a little bit earlier. He didn't feel too confident about his car. He said he seemed like he was a mile an hour slower than everybody else. So I'm wondering if he's having a lot more trouble than he's leading on to, you know?
Well, that's true. I talked to Kelly a little bit, and I gave him a different line to go to, and so he'll be good. He's just biding his time. They should be good. But those leaders are still going to be strong, Rich. The leaders will be strong.
Oh, they definitely are. That clean air helps them so much. I mean, you just don't realize that when there's nobody in front of you, you've got that comfort level that you can run it out to the wall or you can keep it inside, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, you have that comfort zone of freedom, you know?
Correct, exactly. And they just need to run their own race, that's all.
Yeah, it's those guys in the back that have to pay attention to the car in front of them, where they go, when they lift, when they don't lift. You know, it changes their whole theory until they can start running their line freely.
Yeah, well, and they're doing an excellent job, excellent job.
So it looks like the Pace car's lights are off. We should be going green here soon. Caution lights go off in our broadcast room, and next time around, I would think the pace car is going to be pulling off the track. So what do you think, Jim? You think we're going to see any more cautions, or you think they're going to run this thing to the end now?
I think one more caution. I think one more.
10-4. We're back to green flag racing. Joey DeMann takes turn 1. Still has Chris Wright on his bumper coming out of turn 2. Well, they put them cars in there hard, get them sideways, and just kind of pretty much drift the whole rear end around the outside of them through that whole corner, don't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're flat out. They don't let off at all. They're just flat out. So that means they got to get in the correct way and get out the correct way.
I hear that. So it doesn't take much for them to bobble and miss their line and just open the door for someone to get around them then, right?
That is correct. If they get a little bit low and hit that little white line going around there, like the apron, that'll throw them off, big time.
Yeah, we were watching a little bit earlier when we first got our live broadcast running. We saw a couple cars during practice get into that apron, and boy, it just upsets them. And the other part of that most people probably don't pay attention to is everybody coming behind them has to readjust their whole line and everything so they don't collect themselves up into that.
Exactly. They can't. You got to watch if you're high. You got to watch if you're low. There's a yellow.
And we're back under yellow again. Joey DeMann's going to come around and take the yellow flag, catch up with that pace car, and get these cars jumbled back together again. So did you see what happened back there on that caution, Jim?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm midfield, and it was behind me, sir.
10-4. I hear that. Well, we got number 11 of Keith McGill at the back of the pack. Let's see if we can't get Keith on the radio. Keith McGill, Rich and Jim Jackson up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, gentlemen?
So we were watching the front cars and a little bit of the middle of the cars, and we looked down and seen that you were pulling up the rear of the field. We see if we can get your bird-eye view on what caused this caution.
This last one, I don't really know. It happened just behind me. Not really sure. I had my attention on Dean and the 43.
All right, 10-4. We got two cars behind you, so it's probably them two involved if you just missed it. That's probably a good thing for you, though, right?
I think so, since I brought out the first one and caught the apron there a little bit. It's nice to catch up a little bit.
I hear that, buddy. I hear that. You think catching that apron earlier is going to cause your car to have too many problems, or you think you're all right?
Nah, I think we're good to go. I'm just going to snug in here behind Dean and just go to the front.
10-4, buddy. 10-4. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Hope to see you up front towards the later of the race. All right, buddy?
All right. Thank you, Rich. Jim, have a good one now.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it, Jim. It looks like it happened right behind him. It must have been the 22 or maybe the number 9. I think that's who's back there also.
Right. Yeah, the 22 and the 9 were mixed up in it the first time, so hopefully they wasn't this time.
10-4, I hear that.
It's a good race, though. And Joey and Chris are doing an excellent job up front. Excellent.
Move back up here watching the leaders, these top two guys, the number 3 of Joey DeMann and the number 71 of Chris Peugeot. We haven't looked too far back behind that, but surprisingly, I want to say, and I'm right, the 00 of Matt Hatfield has moved his way into third place, and they just took the green flag. So Joey and Chris are back at it again, diving into one hard. Cars get a little jumbled due to server connections or something. And looks like we're getting back stable again. Doesn't look like Joey and Chris got such a big jump on Matt Hatfield. Looks like Matt's going to stay with him.
Yeah, it looks like the third and fourth place cars are kind of staying in the draft. Uh-oh, there he goes. There goes the...
We have another one going around?
I got 3 of them on it. The 101, the 21, and the 11.
10-4, 21-11, and it looked like 22 also.
101. Oh, he had to get out of it. It wasn't his fault.
10-4. That's going to bring out our caution again.
It looked like... It looked like the 101 and the 21 just came together a little bit and kind of split each other.
Alrighty, well, while we're under caution this time, let's go ahead and take us a small commercial break.
On this turn, a young man realized what he would do the rest of his life. On this spot, a little girl put down her dolls and picked up a race car. On this site, a weekend endeavor was transformed into a lifelong obsession.
NASCAR home tracks, where a single moment can turn a day at the track into a lifetime at the track.
We're back live at the track, looking at the 101. The 101's currently sitting in 5th place. Coming up to 4th place is the 88. Sitting in... Oh, 4th place is an 88, sorry. 3rd place is the 00. 2nd place is going to be the 71. 1st place and your pole leader still is the number 3 of Joey DeMann. So what do you think, Jim? You think Joey's going to dominate this race, or you think Chris is going to find a way to get around him?
It's a good race up there. I think they are equal drivers, and Joey has the advantage, but he just got to be correct. He's got to get in and get out correct.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's a good show. They're excellent drivers. They're clean drivers. They're doing good.
Yeah, and I was talking to our viewers a little bit earlier, and we're looking at the points, the top 10 in points, and all the top 10 points except for Daniel Gillis is actually in this race tonight. So we've got a lot of very talented drivers in here, and I think we're really going to see some competitive racing here.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, Matthew is in 3rd place. He's leading points. And then in 6th place, you've got the 43 of Dean. They're tied for points. And then 4th, I'm not real sure who that is, but you've got them all right there, sir.
Yeah, 4th is going to be 88 of Raz Davis Jr. He's actually sitting in 4th place in points and 4th place in the race. And it looks like we're back to green flag racing. Isn't that ironic? 4th in the race and 4th in points right now.
And they're all up front. They're all good.
So we know that the 71 of Chris Peugeot has been giving Joey a handful. Let's see if we can't get a lap inside Chris's car and watch how this all unfolds. Riding. It's a little loud because of the motor engine and everything, but we're sitting here riding in 71 of Chris Peugeot's car, and you can see that he's really pushing that motor. The PM or the tax redlining a little bit on him, and he's just keeping Joey right there in front of him. There you have our lap around the track with Chris. It doesn't take long. These guys are running these laps in 16 seconds. It looks like the 00 of Matt gets a little squirrely, but he's able to recover.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of ground. got the 101 that took 4th place away from the 88. Oh, we got a spin. Got a spin coming out of 4. He recovered. He did a 360. He's on his way. Did a 360 and kept on going.
That's going to keep us green flag racing. Dean Woodward currently sitting in 6th spot in the number 43 STP car. He's closing up on, looks like the 88 of Raz Davis Jr. Looks like Raz is moving back slowly a little bit now, right?
Yes, it does. He got on the curb. It hit the bumper there a little bit, and he lost a little bit.
I hear you. So you run the dirt late models, you run the sprint cars and everything. These sprint cars with those wheels, fully exposed, these cars can get pretty messed up pretty quickly, can't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it does. It doesn't take much if you get the left front or right rear, left rear there. It doesn't take much to put them out of whack.
10-4, I hear that. We're currently looking at the number 43 in 6th place. Let's move up through the field and see how we're doing. Just to give you a heads up, the 43 originally started out in 9th place tonight. He's currently sitting in 6th.
There goes the pass for the lead.
And number 3 takes the lead back, but Chris is not about to get... Oh, there's a little bit of bumping, and the 71 turns to 3. That's definitely going to bring out a caution. Wow.
That's racing, though. That's outstanding racing.
Definitely some heavy-duty racing there. These guys, doesn't look like they hit too much too hard, so maybe their cars are going to be okay. Definitely going to bring out our yellow flag, and we're going to probably see the number 3 and the 71 get caught up with the rest of the field, and that's going to put them back in the pack. So they're going to have to come back through this whole field to get back up in the front again.
And that was just a very small tap, very small.
$10-4, I hear that. So looks like everybody's rolling. We're under caution. Let's see if we can't get Joey and the number 3 up here on the radio. Joey Demand, Rich and Jim Jackson. It looks like we've got Tommy in here in the booth with us too. How are you feeling, buddy?
We're doing good, guys. How are you doing up there?
Pretty good. Sounds like you got a case of the laughs. You didn't get shook up in that wreck there too bad, did you? You didn't hit nothing hard, did you? You didn't hit nothing hard.
No. We're all right. We just spun around. Yeah, me and Chris, we're out here having a ball with this one, man. We had 2 good potent cars, and we're just running with the same real estate, and it was a blast. We're getting so close together. It was time to go, so we were starting to punch around on each other a bit.
I hear that. It's getting close. It looks like we're on lap 56 right now, 4 to go. You think you got enough time to get back up front, or you think you're gonna end up somewhere in the middle of the field now?
I'm going to wait for the next big one and try to get a top 5.
I hear that, buddy. So just ride this one out and keep as much of the car as you can under you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Good racing.
Thank you, bud.
So there you have it. We've been joined up here with Jim Jackson partway through the race. Now we got another driver up here. Looks like he's probably out of the race. Also, Tommy Patton was driving the number 68 early. Tommy, what did you see out there on the track tonight?
Oh, the track's good. The low or middle or the high is working well. We dropped out. We had oil pressure issues, and it just wasn't worth eating the motor up.
10-4, I hear that. So we got a new race leader, the 00 of Matt Hatfield. He's being followed closely by the 101 of Martin Karts. And we are getting down to the wire. We are on the 59th lap. Should be getting the white flag this time by. And we are on the final lap.
Matt's going to protect that bottom there.
Martin's looking, but Matt's got the power to hold him back, and he's not giving him that bottom row. It looks like Matt's going to take this win. And Martin tries to get up into the corner. He just cannot get off the inside corner fast enough to make any ground up on Matt.
Good race.
So there you have it, our top three in the Super Sprint Heat Race. 00 of Matt Hatfield, first place. Second place is going to be the 101 of Martin Karts. And third place, bringing up the third, is the number 88 of Raz Davis Jr. See if we can't get these guys on the radio and see how they're doing.
Rich, I want to thank you for letting me be up here. I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to have to go back to the pits and get my car ready for the next event. So thank you very much, Rich, and enjoyed it.
I hear that, Jim. Thanks for joining us up in there at the booth. I got the top three drivers up here. Looking at the leader, the winner of the race, 00 Matt Hatfield. Matt, you up here with us?
Yes, sir.
Very exciting race. A couple more cautions than I thought you guys would do, but very exciting race. How do you feel about that?
Now, the racing was tough. I started toward the back, worked my way through the field. From the drop of green, I was lucky. I escaped some wrecks early on, and then had a little mishap with the leaders there late in the race, and held on to win this thing.
10-4, I hear that. I thought Joey and Chris were just going to run away with it earlier, and they got to battling so tight up there and ended up opening the door up for you, I think, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they had a heck of a run. They done a dang good job. Unfortunately, I was junk. I don't know if it had a wrong tire compound or what. I was junk. I mean, I literally, you know, when they fall in your lap, you'll take them, though. And about time we seen a little bit of luck. Glad we had a little bit of luck fall our way. And I think it was a good race. A lot of 2-3 wide racing. I seen it, got in it. Hope the viewers enjoyed it. But we'll take Kentucky Fuel Court Joy Mining sprint car, and we'll head on to the next track.
All right, buddy. Good win, good win. Congratulations. There you have it, race fans. Leader of the race, Matt Hatfield in the 00. Looking for the 101 of Martin Karts. Martin, you got a copy, buddy?
Sure do, Rich.
Second place, man. Not too shabby with this group of drivers out here, right?
No, not too bad at all. Can't complain about wanting a better finish. I've been gone for, I want to say, about a month now, and first race I was able to pull off the top three.
You can't complain about that. Second place finish at Eldora is pretty impressive, especially when you know you're all the top 10 points leaders were in this race tonight, so you know there's a lot of competition out there, and congratulations for pulling off second place. Good job.
Thank you.
Anybody you want to shout out to? We're live on the air.
Nah, not that I know of.
10-4, buddy. Well, we're going to look forward to you in this late model race and see if you can't crank up some power and make these boys fight for that win, right?
Sounds good.
All right, Martin. Congratulations again, buddy. Go to it, and we'll see you on the next race.
Sounds good.
All right, Martin. Looking for the third place spot at number 88, Raz Davis Jr. Raz, you out there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Heck of a race, man. I know you were in the back, in the middle, up towards the front all night, and I don't know how close you came to some of them cautions, but there was a couple of good ones, and it's you know, just got to congratulate you for getting that third place. Awesome race.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was a fun race. Just, yeah, like you say, just staying out of trouble, trying to miss those wrecks.
10-4. This dirt racing's all about maintaining your line and keeping it clean and trying not to make too many mistakes. And you must have done a good job sitting where you're sitting. So how do you think you're looking on the late model race tonight?
Should be a fun race. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll start close to the front.
10-4, buddy. Get up in that clean air and run your line the way you want to, right?
10-4.
All right, buddy. We'll let you get back in the garage and get that late model ready to roll, and we'll check out our sponsors. And once again, congratulations to all the top three. Good job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the top three. Good job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it. The top three in points. They were definitely the top three racing tonight, winning the race. They were definitely going at it pretty hard. Bunch of good drivers out there on that track. So meanwhile, they're getting the track prepared for the crate late models. While they're doing that, let's go ahead and check out what we got coming from Eldora Speedway. Let's go ahead and check out what we got coming from Eldora.
It was a beautiful day, sun beat down, I had the radio on, I was driving, trees went by, me and Dale were singing, Little Runaway, I was flying, yeah, running down a dream, that never would come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads, running down a dream. I felt so good, like anything was possible. Hit cruise control and rub my eyes. The last 3 days, and the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. I rode on, the sky grew dark. I put the pedal down to make some time. There's something good waiting down this road. I'm running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream. Yeah, I'm running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. I'm running down a dream.
Got the crate late models out on the track doing some practice runs right now. Currently looking at the number 71 of Chris Peugeot. Currently, fastest car on the track is the number 5 of Jim Jackson. We got to speak to him a little bit in the booth later, or in the earlier race after he got out of that race a little early. So Jim's in the number 5, running the fast lap right now with a 16.5, followed by Chris Peugeot with a 71 of 16.6. So for any of you guys just joining up with us, if you're late, you missed the sprint cars. We're done with the sprint car race. Had a really good race. A lot of competitive driving in that race. Put on a good show. And now we are looking at the crate dirt late models to get on Eldora. So just like we saw in the sprint cars, these dirt late models are definitely going to put on a good show. There's some aggressive, good drivers in this group, and we should see some excellent racing. Now we're riding with the number 22 of Randy. Randy's currently 8th fastest car on the track with a 16.8. Looking at the 68 of Tommy Patton. Tommy Patton is currently the 6th fastest car with a 16.801. Looking at the 101 of Martin Karts. Martin's currently the 4th fastest car with a 16.684. Got some side-by-side practice racing going on up here between the number 5 and the number 3. Number 5 is obviously our co-helper earlier. He's out there running around with the number 3 of Joey DeMann. We just had a visitor join us in the booth. J-Rock, welcome aboard, buddy.
Hey, man, glad I could make it.
Yeah, I know you're a busy guy and doing all kinds of stuff and everything. You missed a heck of a sprint race earlier, but these guys now have gotten the big machines. They're sitting in the crate late models running around Eldora practicing right now. I think we're going to get another good show out of them.
Well, that's good. I'm sorry I missed that first race there, but I always like coming to watch these guys anyway.
10-4. This is the cream of the crop when it comes to dirt racing. These guys always put on a heck of a show, and I think these late models are going to put on a better show than what we saw with them sprints for sure. So our dominant guy right now is the number 5 in practice.
Stonewall Jackson. Ain't no surprise to me.
Yeah, he's got the fast lap right now of 16.572, followed by the 101 of Martin Karts. He's running a 16.603. Oh, a little bumping in practice. Getting a little rough already with each other.
Just having a little fun.
10-4, I hear that. That's the 21. We talked about the 21 earlier in his sprint car. He didn't have a sponsor for that sprint car. I don't know if they had to go to a backup car and it just wasn't prepared, but at least he's sponsored up in the late model now. He's looking much better out there now. Still a little loose. He was complaining earlier with that sprint car, and he's looking a little wobbly in this late model. I wonder if him and his crew chief are just clashing heads a little bit.
I wonder if he's got the same type of setup that he had in his other race there. I wouldn't be. I might be off on that one.
It's possible. If it's anything like we saw in them sprints, though, the two guys up front that dominated most of the race, if they wouldn't have took each other out, it's going to be that number 3 of Joey DeMann and the 71 of Chris Peugeot. They pretty much dominated the sprint race until they started getting too frisky with each other. The 101 and the 21 are going at it in practice. That might be something to watch later. Oh, they got together again. The 101 and the 21 are flipping over the wall there.
Try to get all that aggression on now before they actually go to race.
10-4, I hear that. Looks like we got another driver joining the group tonight. The number 75 is going to be driven by Buzz Barfield. Looks like they're putting together the pill draw. I should be getting that list in just a minute. And then once they get done with their drivers meeting and start lining up on the track, we'll go through our starting lineup Just like we did on the sprint cars race earlier, basically what they're going to do is they're going to take a pace lap or two around this lap and get their cars organized. They do a pill draw, which means they basically randomly pick their starting order. So they'll take a lap or two to get their cars realigned based off of, what the game's doing for them. And then probably by the second or third lap around, we'll take the green flag. So that pill draw, what do you think about that kind of stuff, J-Rock? It's quite an interesting concept.
Well, it just mixes it up a little bit. I mean, it's not like a rung what you brung type of thing like it is in a lot of the other NASCAR series. It just adds another twist to it because it's like you're not necessarily going to have the fastest car be up front. Sometimes they end up being in the back. It just all depends on how it lands.
10-4, I hear that. We're flipping over and looking at our points racing that is going on in this series, the World of Outlaw Dirt Series for TWA. And Matt Hatfield's sitting on the top position right now, tied with Dean Woodward. So I think, once again, those guys are going to be two to watch.
Dean's fast on these dirt tracks. I know that. It doesn't seem to matter what kind of car you put him in.
10-4. I think he's just so smooth and consistent with his lines, Point standings, third place, looking at Jim Jackson. He's our fast guy on the track tonight, so if he keeps his car clean, he might be a contender. What do you think?
Yeah, he always keeps himself clean. I think he always ends up finishing these things so pretty clean, like you mentioned. So I don't suspect he'll get in too much trouble.
10-4, I hope not. Sitting in fourth place in points is going to be Raz Davis Jr. Looks like we're finally getting some lap time showing up here. And once again, the number 5 sitting on the top with the top lap, 16.546.
That's pretty good for this track.
And Jackson just likes showing that muscle on this dirt. He's competitive, I'll tell you.
He just makes it look so easy.
I know, doesn't he? That's why his nickname's Mr. Dirt every once in a while. Let's see if we can't get a hold of or watch a couple of these drivers getting around the track. It's number 3 of Joey Demands getting passed by the 101 of Martin Karts. Guys are filling these cars out in practice. They just came out of the sprint cars. Do you think it's a big change for them to go out of that little bitty car? I know they're high-powered little crotch rockets basically, but getting into these bigger, heavier crate late models, do you think it's that big of a change for them?
I'm not really sure, Rich, because I know those sprint cars, they got a lot of horsepower behind them, and not a whole lot more weight. It's more centered than these cars are. These cars are more heavier in the center, I believe, and it probably is a little bit of a difference. That's why when I mentioned about the setup, as far as being able to apply it the same way, I don't think that's the case. I think it's still on dirt, obviously, but I think it's a lot different feel.
I agree with you there. I agree. Looks like Dean's put his car in the guardrail back there. He's probably going to have to go to a backup car now. That guardrail looked like it went right up into his motor.
Ouch.
Oh, he's on his roof back there. Look at that. He's going to need a tow truck now. Looks like the 21 and the 43 are having issues. Look at them flipping each other over. Them guys are crazy. Dean's had enough. He's going to take his car down pit road.
I'm trying to.
So it looks like maybe they got their frustrations out and they're going to try to get some more laps in now. It's real easy for them to get frustrated, ain't it, J-Rock?
Yeah, I'm sure his crew chief has gotten on his radio and be like, dude, settle down.
Well, I think they really need to, because, I mean, you're going around this thing sideways. You got cars on both sides of you, cars in front of you, cars behind you, and you're basically speeding out of control. I mean, it's enough to keep anybody on edge, I would think.
Yeah, but I think as a driver you have to keep that that type of frustration there, you want to call it, in under control. It's how you keep that under control. Harness it in such a way that it's in a positive way.
10-4, I hear that. All right, so it looks like the cars are coming out on the track to get lined up, and we're going to go through our run-through real quick. So it looks like our pole sitter is going to be the number 11 of Keith McGill. He's running the Pabst Blue Ribbon car. Outside row 1 is going to be the number 88 of Raz Davis Jr. He's going to be running the electric car. Inside row number 2, third position is going to be the 68 of Tommy Patton.
Start your engine.
He's running the Desperado late model. Outside second row is going to be the 101. 101's going to be driven by Martin Carts. Cars are running around the track right now. They're getting ready to get lined up for this draw. Fifth place, starting third row inside lane is going to be the number 75. Buzz Barfield. Looks like he got his car laid out on the track. They're going to have to catch up with the rest of the pack and get him into position.
Drivers, to your cars.
Third row outside lane is going to be the number 9 of Carson Krentz. And it doesn't look like Carson's car is out on the track yet. Not sure what's going on with him. He might have some problems in the garage, so we have to check in with him a little bit later. That would be the number 9 starting in 6th place. Looking at 7th place, 4th row inside lane, should be the number 5 of Jim Jackson. Outside row number 4 is 8th spot. It's going to be the number 71 of Chris Peugeot.
Drivers, start.
5th row inside lane is going to be the 00 of Matt Hatfield. Next to Matt's going to be the number 43, Richard Petty paint scheme of Dean Woodward. Dean will be on the outside row of lane number 5. Lane number 6 inside row is going to be the number 22. 22 is driven by Randy tonight. Outside row number 6 is going to be the number 3 of Joey Demand. And it looks like we're having some starting problems. These guys having a rough time getting their cars out on the track, evidently, and getting moving. Starting in the 7th row, we're looking at the number 21 of Kelly Horner. He'll be your inside lane driver. It doesn't look like his car's out on the track yet. And bringing up the rear of the field is going to be the number 15. And I'm not seeing the 15 checking out on the track either. I'm wondering if we're having a couple car problems in the pits there, J-Rock. What do you think?
I don't know. I think with these pill draws, sometimes it's just a matter of getting to where you got to be.
10-4, I hear that. Well, we're going to try to stay focused on the leader while they get these cars all lined up and see how things go. And maybe we'll get one of these guys on the radio before we get moving here and see what's going on down there.
Drivers, start your engines.
So here we go. Cars are coming off the apron. They should be getting up on the track now, getting lined up. We're keeping our eye on the number 11. He should be our pole sitter. So it usually takes them a lap or two to get these cars all rearranged and in position where they want to go. And what do you think, J-Rock? It's going to get crazy, or are they going to take a little while? They're doing 100 laps this time instead of the last race at 60 laps, so we got a little bit of time here now.
Yeah, I think these pill draw races, like they go, I think they're interesting because, like I said, I think you got Jackson there towards the rear of the pack. Watch for him. I'm assuming the way Keith and Gill kind of runs, he might tend to want to kind of slide back a little bit. We'll see.
You don't think he'll stay up there in that clean air and try to keep his nose clean as long as he can stay up there?
I don't know. It's interesting. He's kind of the type that likes to run in the back sometimes, but he's up there. He can stay up there. He'll stay there. But I think we'll see what he does here.
10-4, I hear that. So Raz Davis, Raz is usually pretty competitive. He's on the outside lane 1. You think he's going to try to stay side by side, or you think he's going to fall in behind the 11?
He'll probably fall in behind the 11 for sure. I think he's one that he doesn't like to go backwards if he can help it.
I hear that. So I think I heard they're taking the green this time by.
They got everybody where they need to be.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's lined up. They're coming across the backstretch now, getting into turn 3, so we should see the fires light up coming out of 4. Yeah, it looks like everybody's lined up. And we're green flag racing, and we've got some bumping and banging right away. And it looks like everybody recovered, didn't mess the field up too much, and Keith is going to stay up front, followed by the number 68 of Tommy Patton, and they got a pretty good jump on the rest of that pack right now.
Yeah, they're out there by themselves.
So being at 100 laps, these guys might have to come in for fuel. What do you think?
Oh yeah, at least for that.
These two guys up front are just making some ground.
Yeah, that car, I'm hearing that car, Keith's going by here, passing the booth, and it's just screaming.
Oh, they definitely test the strengths and the limits on those motors, don't they? Oh, Keith gets a little wiggly. He opens the door for Tommy, but Tommy just doesn't have enough at the right time to get under him. Car places back. Looks like we got some 2-wide racing going on. Everybody kind of settled down. Looks like we got 2 cars down on the inside, the 75 and the 71. 71 of Chris Peugeot, 75 of Buzz Barfield. Looks like they're back under control, but we are under caution. Looking at our points right now, or our standings right now, the number 11 still sitting on the pole, followed by the 68. Third place, you're looking at the 101 of Martin Karts, followed by the number 5 of Jim Jackson. Jackson's up in 4th place. Looked like he gained a couple positions there. He started back in 7th place, so that's pretty good. 88 of Raz Davis Jr. started out in 2nd place, and he is all the way back to 5th now. That's your top 5 so far. So what do you think's going on, Jackson? Do you think these guys are just trying to settle down, or J-Rock, sorry? I had Jackson up here last race. But you think these guys are just trying to settle down, or what's going on?
Well, I think you must have had on your mind Jackson. It's like, you know, that's just like we talked about. It's like he was in there. I think he's going to get up there. He's going to give them Keith there and Raz and that, I think, a run for their money.
10-4, I hear that. So it looks like the pace car's lights have gone out. We should be going green probably next time around. that pace car a little bit of room, trying to keep these cars bunched up before he launches that car coming off the corner. And here we go. We are green flag racing. .101's looking high on the 68. That just opens the door for the number 5. The number 5 is going to move up quick, J-Rock.
Yep, that's what we were just saying. You know, that's Stonewall. He's like stuff up there. He wants it like up there just at front just as much.
10-4. He is already on the back bumper of the 68, and he's just on a charge. Tommy's trying hard to get under that number 11, but I don't think he's running the preferred line. I think the 11's got it figured out.
I think once Tommy figures it out there, I think he'll get you might get around him. Keith might just let him have it. I don't know. Keith is liking it up there so far.
He likes that top row. Tommy's slowly inching a little bit more each time around. Oh, he got him that time. Keith went really wide. He's up by the wall, and Tommy's going to take the lead over. Tommy gets in the apron, gets a little squirrely, almost gives it back to Keith. Tommy regathers it together, and he's back on the pedal. Here comes Jackson. Jackson's going to dive down on the inside of the number 11, Keith also, and he's going to move around. Looks like Keith's having some problems up there now. His car's getting a little squirrely. 101 goes under, and 88 of Raz Davis just goes under, and Keith spins it around in the corner. Oh, and collects it right there in the wall.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage on that car. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from that one. We are under caution again. You know, I know that, a lot of drivers will tell you, J-Rock, that the dirt just doesn't go through tires like the pavement does, but, it makes me wonder if he didn't use up his equipment or something trying to stay ahead of Tommy earlier.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out.
Because it seemed like as soon as he got up in that higher groove, his car just wasn't as stable as it was when he was dominated up front.
Well, hearing the car go by booth here, it's still sounding pretty strong, but I have to wonder if maybe he didn't crack the chassis up a little bit.
Yeah, he hit that guardrail pretty solid. I would be scared that he's got some, damage that just isn't fully showing its whole side yet. I'd hate to see that motor let go 4 or 5 laps after the green drops,
Oh, yeah.
But that's how these things work. I mean, sometimes you don't think nothing's wrong, and, within 5 seconds later, all heck breaks loose, and next thing you know, you got jumped for a car. They put so much abuse on these things. I mean, it's amazing some of them last as long as they do,
No, they have to put a lot of time into it after each race. Every time they run these things, there's a lot of stuff that's bent and not where it's supposed to be.
10-4, I hear that. So it looks like we've got a new leader, number 68 of Tommy Patton. And guess who's behind Tommy, J-Rock?
No surprise.
And number 5 of Jim Jackson. Boy, he's slowly moving his way up there, ain't he?
Yeah, he might take his time on Tommy because he knows Tommy's got a pretty strong car too. But I think if just like what Tommy did with Keith there in 11, it's like if he slips at all, he's gonna grab it.
10-4, I hear that. In the sprint race earlier, we had the 71 and the number 3 pretty much dominated that track. And I'm looking at the standings here, and the number 3's in 6th position, but he's right behind that 00. And I know both of them 2 cars can get through a crowd if they need to, so it'd be curious to see if those 2 guys don't start moving up front also. We've only got a quarter of this race underway so far, so we still got a ways to go.
Yeah, no pun intended being under caution here, but I think they're pacing themselves.
I hear that. I think we're getting ready to go green, and here we go. We're green flag racing. Tommy's going to dive down into one with Jackson on his tail. Boy, Jackson is right there. It looks like Jackson's trying to set Tommy up. He's coming out of the corners wide, trying to come off the corner low. And he made up some ground. There's just not enough to get under him, I don't think, yet. I think Tommy's going to have to bobble and give Jackson that open hole, and we're back under caution again. Not sure who caused that one that quick.
Saw someone get high up in there. I can't remember which turn that was. There was a black car. It might have been
maybe the 87. Carson Krenz.
Yeah, that could be. I saw a car get really high up wide.
So I'm hearing chatter from the radios, J-Rock, and it sounds like Buzz is calling that caution on his own.
Oh, wow. I think he might have got into somebody else there, maybe.
Yeah, so it's looking like the 75 might have got into something a little bit and touched up with another car and got some cars spun around back there. But he's definitely calling it. He apologized to the other drivers. And he says he's ready to get back to racing, so we'll see how that goes. So it looks like the pace car is in the pits. We should be going green right about now. And Tommy takes the green flag. Got a car down on the apron. It's the 75, and Jackson bumps Tommy. Tommy recovers. Amazing driving.
Yeah, maybe Jackson's not going to take it as easy as I thought he would on Tommy.
Well, I don't think Jackson is a really aggressive driver, but he's also a very clean driver and forgiving, and I think that was just a little bit of an accidental bump. But it looks like it might have woke Tommy up, and Tommy says, the heck with this, and he's getting out of town.
Maybe, man. Just let him know he's there.
That's all it took, I guess. Just knock on his back door and said, hey, by the way, we're all back here. And Tommy says, I'm checking out, and he is just running away from this crowd. We are back under caution again.
Well, I think I saw the 75. He got down on the apron there. I don't know if he was the cause of.
And forward, we're going to back up and look at the 75. What happened here? Looks like he just spun it.
Yeah, it looks like he's just by himself.
And it must have been just when they went green going into turn one, it looked like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened. He brake checked right in front of Dean. Dean didn't have nowhere to go, but hit him in the rear, and it spun him down towards the apron. It's that slinky effect. That slinky effect is just dangerous on these racetracks, ain't it?
Just the way these cars are set up too. I think it's just yeah. There's no time to react.
So it looks like the pace car's laps are off, or the lights are off, so we should be going green as soon as that pace car ducks off the track.
It's one good thing, I guess, about a track this size, Rich, is cautions don't last very long.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, because some of these bigger tracks we run in the other series, boy, it takes a while to get some pace laps going.
Well, you got to get the safety crew out there, get whatever mess is out there cleaned up, and these here, they just kind of get them off the track and keep going.
10-4, I hear that. It looks like the pace car stayed out for one extra lap. His lights came on, they're back off again, so maybe we'll take him green this time. Kind of makes you wonder what's going through Jackson's head. Does he really want to start pushing the issue? I mean, they're only 38 laps into this race. It's a 100-lap race, so they got a ways to go still.
I think it's just like we said, Rich. I think if opportunity knocks, if Tommy slips at all, you know, if he bobbles or whatever like that, I think Jackson's going to try and go for it. And if he can get it, he'll get him. But if not, then they'll just keep going at it.
10-4, I hear that. And we're back green flag racing. Tommy's still out front, followed by Jackson. Sitting in third place behind Jackson is the 101, driven by Martin Karts. Followed by the 00 of Matt Hatfield, the number 3 of Joey Demand. The number 88 is in 6th place of Raz Davis Jr. The 71 of Chris Peugeot sitting in 7th. The 87 currently sitting in 8th place. 21 of Kelly Horner's in 9th. The 11th car, or the number 11 car, is in 10th.
It's amazing he's still out there.
Which one?
I thought that number 11 car might have had to maybe park it, but he's still out there.
Yeah, he's the one that hit that guardrail earlier, right?
It sure is.
It's amazing that thing's staying together for him, right?
Yeah, especially as considering how hard he hit that wall.
Oh, and Tommy bobbles a little bit. Not enough for Jackson to get around him yet.
He gets right back on it. Tommy's getting right back on it. He bobbles.
Well, he knows Jackson, and he knows that Jackson being right behind him, he can't afford to let slip up too much.
No, he cannot.
And Jackson's trying hard to get his nose under him, too.
He's surely letting him know he's there.
We got the number 3. Looks like he's making a move. Nope, he tucks back in behind the 00. There we go. Jackson's looking. Jackson's got the bottom. Let's see if Tommy can hold it off. On their door handle going down to the next corner. Jackson is taking the lead.
And there we go.
Looks like Tommy bobbled a little bit up there again. He's dropping back to 4th, now 5th place. Oh, and Matt Hatfield goes wide coming off the corner. So we got a new race leader, number 5 of Jim Jackson. He was our fast car in practice. We told you he'd be one to watch, and now he's up there in that clean air. What do you think? You think he's going to run this thing out for a little while now?
Yeah, it's going to be tougher. Yeah, that car behind him there, he's going to have his hands full as far as trying to get around Jackson there. He's strong once he gets up front.
10-4. That car behind him in second place, the 101 of Martin Karts. He has got another 2 big dirt dogs behind him, the 00 of Matt Hatfield and the number 3 of Joey Demand. So he's got some pressure on both ends right now. I think he's just trying to ride.
Yeah, Jackson there, he doesn't slip up too much or whatever. That's what I said. This is going to be tough for anybody to try to get up to him, let alone pass him.
10-4, I hear that. So we just passed our halfway point. We're at 51 laps of a 100-lap race. Doesn't look like we lost anybody yet.
Nope, the 11's still out there. That was the only one that
75's
really
out.
wrecked.
Yeah, the 75.
didn't work it.
Yeah, he's the one that got caught up in that slinky stuff on that restart and just spun it and hit the inside wall, I guess. So only one car out of 13 out of the race so far, and we're still running strong with these dirt late models.
Yeah, it's really looking like these guys are just going to bide their time. They know they've got half the race in. I think once it gets down to the final 10, then it's going to get interesting.
Looks like the 101 is trying to put some pressure on Jackson. He's putting his nose down there on his quarter and letting him know he's there. But bobbles a little bit and loses a little bit of ground, so he's got to work to make that back up, it looks like. So let's go ahead and take you through the field and see how these cars are doing compared to how they started out. Jackson, currently your race leader, originally started the race in 7th spot on the inside rows, moved his way up quite a good jaunt there. Next car we're looking at is the 101 of Martin Karts. 101 started in 4th place, outside 2nd row. It looks like he's trying to keep his car up front most of the night, doing a pretty good job at that. Sitting behind him in 3rd place is the 00 of Matt Hatfield. Matt originally started out this race in 9th place, and he's currently in 3rd, so that's a good move right there. 4th place, Joey the Man in the number 3. Joey the Man originally started out way back in the field in 12th spot, so he has really moved his car up through the field tonight. There you have a look at Joey's car. Sitting in 5th place, the number 68 of Tommy Patton. Tommy currently had his car up front in the lead for a little while. Looks like he got stuck on the outside and slowly moved back, and it looks like he's a little bit off pace now, J-Rock.
Yeah, it makes me tend to wonder if he broke something in that car. Running real hard, I guess, with Jackson there earlier.
It could be. I mean, he's almost looks like he's losing the field a little bit, you know? So after Tommy, we're looking at the 43 in 6th place. Dean Woodward. Dean actually started in 10th place. He's currently sitting in 6th, so that's not too bad. At least he's moving forward. Sitting behind Dean is going to be the number 11 of Keith McGill. Keith originally started on your pole. He was your race leader at the beginning of this race, and it looked like he was going to dominate for a while, and then saw him have a little bit of a rough spot. He put that car right in the edge of that guardrail and thought for sure he had torn his motor up, but at least he's still out there, J-Rock, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure, but I'm wondering if he's going to have anything at the end here, and it's probably going to take some of these other drivers, I guess, to have a problem for him to move up anymore.
10-4, I hear that. We're looking at the number 21 now. The 21 originally started way back in 13th spot. He's currently sitting in 8th right now. Your 9th place car is the number 22. 22 originally started in 11th place, driven by Randy. He's currently sitting in 9th place, so he's probably just kind of hanging out, taking his time. He knows there's a lot of laps to go still. And the 10th place car is the number 87. 87 driven by Carson Krentz. Looks like he, I'm not sure where they put him unless he started up in 5th. He's not on my roster here. Interesting. Unless he started in 14th. We've got them turned around back here.
Yeah, like somebody got into the 11 there.
See if we can go back and see what happened to the number 11 real quick. And we're back under caution. It looks like he got a little loose, got on the apron, and oh, he gained it under control. Going into the corner again. Oh, it looks like the 22 just touched him on the back corner and spun him around. The 22 goes up and hits the wall. At least it doesn't look like he hit anything hard this time. Maybe that car is still going to be able to make it around the track, right?
Yeah, the 11 should be, but I don't know about that the 22.
Yeah, the 22 took a good shot on the wall, it looked like.
Right in the nose.
Let's see if we can't get that Randy on the radio up here in the booth, find out what's going on. Hey Randy, Rich Pat and J-Rock up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, it's getting rough out there, buddy. You all right?
Yeah. I spun out twice now. I'm retiring now.
Oh no, the car. It looked like a car hit that wall pretty hard. You think it's done for the night?
Yeah.
10-4, 10-4. It's not good when you got to leave the race early. Usually, is it?
No, it's not.
I hear you. Tough luck, tough luck. It's a good race, buddy. Glad we got to see you out there. And if you want, you're more than welcome to hang up in here. I know you probably got a lot of work to do in the garage to get that car straightened out for next week. But you know, too bad you're out of the race early, buddy. We would have enjoyed watching your race.
Yep. Thank you. Thank everybody for letting me race.
All right, buddy. We'll see you
And
next week.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, no problem, buddy.
Bye.
All right. Well, there you have it, J-Rock. Randy said it. His car hit the wall, and he's done. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, it's tough like that. Usually when you nose it like that, that's a pretty good indicator of. Now the 11, on the other hand, he's hit it sideways, so it's like he didn't really wreck that motor too much.
I hear that. So the pace car's lights are out, and Jackson's in the lead. Pace car pulls off the track. And the 101's all over the number 5 on the restart. Jackson gets them started. And it looks like Jackson just doesn't look in the mirror, and he puts his foot down and goes, and he's pulling away.
Yeah, he just took it as the 101 telling him, he's like, oh, you need to go faster. Okay.
The 101's going to have his hands full trying getting around Jackson. It looks like he's trying to make a move, though.
Oh, he's definitely trying. That's why I said I think these last 10 laps or so or whatever, it's going to get really interesting.
I hear that. So it looks like everybody's calmed down looking back through the field, you know, just as they're coming through the corners and everything. It looks like everybody's pretty much single file, not too much double file racing anymore. So this will take us to lap 80 and 20 to go here. Oh, looks like the 101 got it in the apron a little bit, but he recovered pretty nicely. You know, I'm looking back at the 11 right now, and it looks like he's way off pace, so... Oh, look at there. I still have my caution lights on the broadcast. We took care of that now, but the 11 looks like he's faded back a little ways. I think his motor's going to go before it's over.
I don't know. He's gotten into a couple of melees there, so these cars can take some abuse, but not that much.
I hear that. So we're back looking at the two cars up front right now, and the 101 of Martin Karts is all over Jackson's back end. Jackson's just so smooth. Like you said earlier, J-Rock, he is going to be tough to pass.
He's sure going to try. That 101's sure going to try.
Looks like Jackson goes in the corners a little bit higher, but he comes down low about center off, and it just doesn't open up a door for the 101. So I don't know if he's going to have to rethink of that, corner entry or something.
Yeah, the line that Jackson's running right now, he's almost going to have to go high. If he gets on that apron there and try to pass him there, he's going to spin out.
I hear that. He is all over Jackson's back end right now. Looks like Matt Hatfield's getting right up there in the mix. He was running right on the 101 for a second.
If the 101's not careful, Hatfield's going to get around him.
This is true. Get inside 10 to go, we might see all three of these guys start jockeying for position pretty aggressively. Oh, the 101 catches his apron, knocks him up a little bit, but he recovers.
It almost looked like he was trying to follow Jackson's line a little bit.
Right. So going back through the field, it looks like our top three, almost our top four, is pretty much broke away from everyone else. Joey, the number 3 in 4th place, is sitting back a couple car lengths. But the top three are staying within a car length of each other, so I think they're getting ready for this final shoot to the end.
Yep. But the interesting it shall be. If these top three, I guess, get racing each other, I guess, too hard, you might see some of the guys in the middle, I guess, take advantage of it. Well, a possibility as well.
It's funny. That's how it was in our Sprint Cup race. Joey and Chris Peugeot were dominating the field, and they just started racing rough with each other and ended up spinning each other. And next thing you know, we've got new top 2 and 3 cars. Pretty much put themselves in the back of the field after that one.
Yep, and that's very much a possibility here too. It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
I hear that. It looks like the 101's getting a little impatient. He's rubbing the apron a little bit more here and there.
Well, he's knowing he's running out of time. These laps are winding down quick.
Lap 96, we got 4 to go. I don't know that Jackson has come off his marks yet. He seems to be hitting that lines pretty strong, and he almost pulled away from the 101 that last straightaway.
Almost like he might have saved his car just a little bit, because the 101 right on his tail earlier.
I think all three of these cars have turned up the heat. They're pulling away from the 4th place car of Joey Demand. It looks like we're on lap 99. Should be taking the white flag this time by. Diving into turn 3 right now. Looks like the 101 changed his line going into 3 a little bit. Maybe he's going to try to come out low, and he doesn't. He's going high. They took the white flag. He dives in, trying to get under him. Oh, coming out of turn 2, they're still bumper to bumper. And Jackson has had enough of that. He puts his foot down and just keeps that distance between them. Jackson's going to be your race winner.
And Matt Hadfield coming all the way back from, what was it, 9th, did you say? That's an amazing.
Yeah, Hatfield started out 9th tonight. Good job. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your race winner for the Dirt Late Models is going to be the number 5 of Jim Jackson, followed by the 101 of Martin Karts, followed by third place, 00 of Matt Hatfield. So we see if we can get these guys up on the radio. So J-Rock, we had a really good race with the sprint cars, and come out here and watch these late models. We got the top 3 drivers of the late models up here. What do you think? You want to see if you can get a hold of our race winner, Jim Jackson?
Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. Working my way right there. There he is. Hey, how we doing there, Mr. Stonewall? That's a heck of a run you put on there tonight.
Thank you very much. I just got lucky tonight again, and but the car was set real good. I think it was doing good.
Yeah, you made it. You always make it look easy here. I missed the first race there, and I'm not sure how you fared out in there, but I always have a joy, I guess, watching you guys come from all the way to the back like you do like that. I know we're going to talk to Mr. Hatfield there in a second, and you guys just make it look easy.
Oh, I had some competition. The 101 was on my butt, and he is super, super fast here. And then Tommy was excellent. Tommy had an excellent run, and it was difficult.
Yeah, he did give you a run there. We were watching that too. He kind of fell back towards the back there. That's too bad for him. But yeah, you guys didn't necessarily make it. You made it interesting for sure. That was fun to watch. That's too bad for him. But yeah, you guys didn't necessarily make it. You made it.
So there you have it, back up in the booth here, and looking for the 101, our second place finisher, Martin Karts. You're up here with us, buddy.
Yeah.
Congratulations, second place finish in the Dirt Late Models. Heck of a race out there. How do you feeling?
Yeah, feeling pretty good about that finish.
I was up here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Could have put a little more pressure on Mr. Jackson, but I figured that'd be nice this time.
I tell you, that's where I was about to go. Me and J-Rock were up here watching that battle, and you were all over his back end. I was just waiting to see you get a shot either under him or on the outside of him. And a couple times I thought you had it, but Jackson's no joke on dirt. Everybody knows that, and he is definitely tough to get around.
Yeah, he is. I've learned from his running, I should say.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the second place finish, buddy. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Just my wife.
10-4.
I believe is watching this race.
Well, there you go. Martin's got some fans watching the race. Congratulations. Hope you put on a good show for your fans. Hope they enjoyed it. And congratulations on the second place finish, buddy.
Thank you.
J-Rock, you got our third place guy, Matt Hatfield, around there somewhere?
I certainly do. It's just sitting here chatting with him a little bit. It's just like I want to know his secret here a little bit. It's like you start all the way from the back and you always find your way to the front like you do here. What's your secret there, buddy?
Well, a lot of it's got to do with tire compound. We changed compounds from the first race over the second one. A lot better compound. Yeah, we started deep both races and was able to race our way to the front. And, combination. Tire compound, horsepower, route chase, racing engines. And, of course, we're in a rocket chassis house car tonight. So that's got a lot to do with it. Heck of a race. I felt like I ran out of laps there. Because I could get to the back of the 101 and was hoping to get to the 5, but we'll take third and we'll be happy with it.
Well, it's like I said before, I was talking to Mr. Stonewall there. It's like you guys make this look so easy. I mean, it's just, I know it helps with equipment and, having the backings that you do as far as to get you the equipment that you need and all that stuff. But still, I don't, it just doesn't phase you at all as far as just to get up there and just make it a good show, I guess, for everybody to watch. I'm sure everybody enjoyed what they had to see there. So. Good job. That's all I can say. That was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, we do this for the fans, and it's not easy driving from 13th, 14th back to run the third, second, heck, to break the top five. It's tough, and you got to have some luck, and we had some luck, but then we also come to race, and we felt we had a good package under us, as well as the guys who finished ahead of me. I knew they was going to be tough to beat, and of course they finished a couple spots ahead of me, and there you go. I think them guys started, closer to the front, and that helped them out. I think I used my stuff up trying to get to them. And but anyway, yeah, hopefully the fans, the viewers, everybody's seen a great race. I know we planned on putting on a good race. We had a heck of a car, as well as some of these other guys.
Well, hoping it turns out to be the same, if not better, even for next time you guys come here, which I think is in July. Is that right? It's about a month away.
Yes, sir. We'll be doing the Mud Summer Classic. We'll be running the trucks on Eldora on a Thursday night. Live broadcast should be a blast.
Oh, so we'll be running the trucks there. So we got a little bit change of pace from what we're normally used to seeing on this historic track here, aren't we?
Yeah, it'll be a learning curve for a lot of us guys, even us dirt guys who typically don't run the asphalt. Will be climbing in and running the dirt, and then the asphalt guys who typically don't run the dirt. It's going to be a double-edged sword, if you must say. But it should be fun. Definitely looking forward to that. Got that one penciled in. Got a ride. We should be good to go.
Well, that sounds like it's certainly going to be interesting to find out how that's going to work. Now, there's some technical things I think that I guess for the event that they have to work out, I guess, and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm hoping it turned out to be a good race. So, you said you had something penciled in, I guess, as far as who you'd be running for?
Yeah, I think we're climbing in a Rouse Fenway ride. We'll be having Joy Mining on board, as well as Rouse Yates Racing Engines. So we're looking forward to it. It'll be a big showing for us, and hopefully, maybe we get some luck. Maybe we can top that one off and win it.
Yeah, so you won't necessarily have the same backings that you would have, like in your late model car or your sprint car, then.
No, it'll totally be a different deal. We'll be on Goodyears, not Hoosiers. Different field, different handling, whole different compound, whole different engine package, a different beast, if you must say. I think with their equipment and their resources, as well as some of these other guys, I think we'll be prepared and should be a dang good race.
Well, that's good. So I take it you probably have already been able to work with your crew in that particular event, and so kind of got a feel of what you got and so on.
10-4. We actually got out a couple weeks ago, ran some practice laps around Eldora with the truck. Felt great. Doing a little tire testing for Goodyear. I think we'll be prepared. I hope the rest of these guys is going to be prepared because it's going to be different, and you're going to have to get out and log some laps and see what you bring.
All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to it. So that's about a month away, so that's cool. We'll just keep an eye on that, and hope everybody tunes in for that too, because that's going to be a fun race.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank you guys for putting this on for us tonight. Appreciate it. As well as TWA Racing, we appreciate it. And, hopefully you guys see it as good as a race as we put on, and we actually race. So we do appreciate it.
We're glad to do it.
Well, there you have it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You guys are still on there.
No, I was just going to tell you, Richie. I'm going to turn it back over to you because I think we've got everything we needed to say.
There you go. There you have it, race fans. We talked to our leaders on 2 different races. Had a heck of a showing tonight. 2 different race series out at this fantastic Eldora track. You heard them talking about the big Eldora truck race coming up in a month or so. Going to be a special event. We're going to try to make sure we get that broadcast out to you guys live. Thanks for all of our visitors viewing the race tonight. Thanks for all the drivers for putting on a great show. Thanks for J-Rock for joining me up in the booth. And cannot wait to see you guys on the next race. Congratulations to all the drivers on all your places. Hope you get all your trucks or cars fixed up for next week. And DRTV is going off the air.